The wind doesn't care about your dreams. It howls through the Sierra Nevadas, biting through a canvas coat that's seen better winters. Jacob has been kneeling in the freezing slush of the American River for 14 hours. His fingers are blue, cracked, and bleeding. In his palm sits a single jagged flake of yellow. It's beautiful. It's also worthless. Silas hasn't eaten in 3 days. He walks 2 miles back to a lean-to made of rotting pine and mud. Inside, a man named Miller sits behind a crate. Miller isn't cold. Miller isn't bleeding. Miller has a stack of tins, peaches, heavy with syrup. Silas drops the gold flake on the crate. Miller pushes a tin forward. 1 nugget for 1 meal. Silas is the miner. Miller is the merchant. Silas has the hope. Miller has the gold. Most of you watching this are Silas. You're kneeling in the digital river, freezing your soul off, hoping the next AI tool, the next secret prompt, or the next viral app is going to be the big strike. You're chasing the gold. And just like in 1849, the mountain is going to break you before it pays you. In every gold rush, the miners do the work, take the risk, and die broke. The man who gets rich is the one who owns the peaches, the picks, and the trail maps. Today, AI is no different. The miners are the ones trying to build the next ChatGPT or the next AI girlfriend app. They are gambling on a trend. The merchants are the ones building the infrastructure that those miners can't live without. Let's look at the history they didn't teach you in school. Everyone knows the name Sutter's Mill, but nobody remembers the names of the thousands of men who died in the dirt there. You know who we do remember? Samuel Brannan. When gold was discovered, Brannan didn't grab a pan. He bought every single shovel, pickaxe, and pan in the San Francisco area. He bought them for 20 cents apiece. Then, he walked through the streets shouting. He didn't need to find a single ounce of gold. He owned the position. He owned the rails of the economy. The terrain has changed, but human behavior hasn't. In 1849, the position was shovels and peaches. In 2026, the position is the refinery and the camp. Strategy number 1 in this new rush is simple. Stop mining for gold and start selling the tools. This means moving from a user to a provider. Instead of using AI to try and find a shortcut to wealth, you build the systems that other businesses use to survive. What does that look like practically? It looks like the AI workflow audit. Every small business in your town is terrified. They know AI is coming for them, but they don't know how to use it. They are the miners, lost in the woods. You are the guide. You don't sell them AI. You sell them a refined operation. You go in, you look at their messy manual data, their raw dirt, and you build a refinery. You set up the automations that handle their leads, the knowledge bases that train their staff, and the rails that move their business forward without them touching a keyboard. They pay you a setup fee to build the machinery, and then they pay you a monthly maintenance fee to keep the rails greased. That is recurring revenue. That is merchant wealth. It's not a gamble on a viral app. It's a utility bill they can't afford to stop paying. The biggest mistake I see people making right now is tool chasing. They spend all day on Twitter or YouTube looking for the best new AI. That's like a miner spending all his money on a shiny new pan instead of buying food. The tool doesn't matter. The position matters. If you own the workflow, you can swap the tools out whenever a better one comes along. The merchant doesn't care which brand of shovel he sells, as long as the miner needs to dig. The miners are still out there right now, panning in the cold, hoping for a miracle. The merchants are back at the camp, counting the gold that already moved. If you're tired of freezing in the river, it's time to change your position. I've mapped out all 27 of these merchant positions in this new AI economy. I put them in a guide called 27 Gold Rush Wealth Strategies. It's the map Silas didn't have. You can grab it for free at the link below. Stop digging. Start building the rails. The rush won't wait for you to get warm.